Got nothing to say, but I'll say it anyway. And if you know better, then I'll pass the mic your way. Someday I got nothing to prove, but I can make you shake and move. Now shake it for me one more time if you can, baby, one more time if you can. And if you know better, then I'll pass the mic your way. I got nowhere to be, nobody to see, and nobody really gives a good baby for me. But I'm free, but I'm free, but I'm free. I got nothing to say, but I'll say it anyway. Got nothing to prove, but I can make you shake and move. Got nowhere to be, and nobody to see. I got nothing to say, but I will say it anyway. Got nothing to say, I got nothing to say. Got nothing to say, I got nothing to say. Got nothing to say, I got nothing to say. Got nothing to say.
Don't really like cats, gonna be honest with you. Cats are very, very independent animals. They don't need help from me, a guy like me. And, I don't really want to have anything to do with cats. I wish that you could, like, teach a dog how to shit in a toilet bowl or take a piss in a toilet bowl like you can a cat. But, really, I don't care. So, we're going to go through some stuff that I watched this week. And this really, really bothers me. This fucking Lego fiasco. Who fucking cares? Who cares? I can't even follow this. I tried watching it because it didn't make any sense. Supposedly some YouTubers got swatted by some guy who has some fucking wicked Lego collection or something like that. Don't give a shit. So, I want to show you guys something, and this is what I was kind of ranting about on my other live stream. There's a channel, which, again, I like Valkyrie. I like Valkyrie. Here's her channel right here. How many views did she get on this fucking live stream? She probably got thousands of views. But what she does, right? And this is, again...
You're lying.
Okay, I'm just going to skip through it.
So you chose... Hey, you know.
She's just talking over other people's content, which is great, right? Look how many people she got. Oh, who's this black nerd guy? I don't like this guy. He was from,
Yes.
Oh, hey.
I don't like him.
Baselessly asserted that plaintiff was probably
Okay. And it goes on and on and on.
Shut up. And I had that.
There's Miss
So
Hussey.
I might get a little hungry.
So now we're at the 4-hour mark. Tons and tons of commenters.
There is no
Excuse me, he deserves
Miss Hussey.
everything good.
All right, we're going on 5 hours now. Money.
I mean, getting Link is hard here. I mean,
I'm gonna have a kingdom of potatoes.
Wait, he's not
Talking about
Thank
other
you, Bucky,
people.
for the $10 you didn't even.
5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. I mean, good for you, Val. Good for you. I just don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't understand. I was watching something about slingshots. This I don't give a shit about. Like, people are freaking out over
really happened. Those are the facts.
some
of this
Asian
case,
dude
but
that shot a
these
black kid.
grifters online are
Like,
purposely
it doesn't
doing
happen.
everything in their power
Ever.
to lie. And the level of deceit here is just stunning. I mean, you saw it earlier in that contradictory statement. An unarmed individual who actually did have a gun, but no, he dropped it. Just blatant lies. Then we've got this video, which keeps being circulated online.
Yeah, like, don't leave your house ever. Don't start a business. Don't open it to the public because you're putting yourself in danger and you could be brought up on murder charges.
From you and your father, did he not?
He did run away from me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
At any point did he turn and engage with you? You understand that word?
He did not.
Okay. At any point did he stop and turn towards your dad and pull out a gun in the store?
Towards my dad, no, sir.
Did he do that to you in the store?
No, sir.
Did he do that when y'all chased him into Springtree? Did he turn around before y'all left the parking lot and point a gun at you?
No, sir.
But you continued to chase him though, didn't you? And you actually called up to him, you called up to him twice, is what you said in your statement, roadside, right?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? What was the first time you called up with him?
I'm not completely sure.
And people are suggesting that this is proof that he never pointed the gun, but there's actually important context that's being omitted. That's a 49-second out-of-context snippet. The context surrounding that interaction, the lawyer
I don't
asked a
care.
very specific question.
I don't care. Black people care about that. No one else cares. What else? No shit. Hold on. Spice Clown. I don't know if I watched. Did I watch Spice Clown? Wait on.
Favor. Hey, look at that, chat. Chat, look at that new Buldak ramen flavor too. Which hot sauce should I eat it with? Let's see who's gonna be first in chat.
Okay, so there was someone eating spices, making money, eating spices. Weezer just put out a new song. I was watching something about Thunderbirds. Again, 77,000 views. 77,000 views. Shizzle. Asmongold talking about a fucking video game that no one cares about. Or I guess a lot of people care about because it got over 800,000 views. Then I was watching these people in a van. They got over 2,000 views. They were live for over 5 hours. They did absolutely nothing. Then I watched this thing on Billy Milano. I'm not a fan of his music. Don't really care. That got over 130,000 views. So like maybe I'm just not cut out for the internet. The police department responds to the Lego scandal, 3.9 million views. This Lego scandal thing is getting millions of views. Don't care. Watch some music videos. Oh, this actually looks pretty good. This movie that's coming out, The End of Oak Street. It's like another Cloverfield movie. And it's like basically like, here, let's watch it. It looks pretty good. Come on.
Anybody else see that weird light last night?
What weird light?
The wind was blowing all crazy. Starbuck was freaked out and barking.
Could have been lights from a helicopter.
Or a UFO. Aliens.
Shut up, Dad.
So obviously this takes place in the 80s or something, because everything's got to take place in the 80s now. It's so gay.
Water's not working.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
The hell was that?
So it's like kind of like Jurassic Park meets... It reminded me of like Jurassic Park meets Night of the Living Dead meets Maximum Overdrive meets Cloverfield. That's what this reminds me of. So like, the town just ends, and like it's a prehistoric like whatever land going on. See what's going on there? See that?
We can't leave.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible?
Get out of there! Run!
What the hell's going on?
Get inside now!
I just heard a gunshot.
Like, I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna go see this.
Gather supplies. Grab anything you can use as a weapon.
I just don't know if, like, I'm into the dinosaur shit. Like, I don't know if I'm into the dinosaur shit, but I, like, the boarding up of the house, Night of the Living Dead, you know, the dress, Maximum Overdrive, I just don't like the Jurassic Park.
We're gonna survive. God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us? What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
Oh yeah, and another weird thing now. All these dinosaur movies that are going to come out, because there's probably not going to be a lot of them, but at least this one, they're all going to have feathers on them. Because now dinosaurs have feathers. You know what I mean? Like, now we have to start... now we have to start putting feathers on dinosaurs. But we can't tell the truth about Native Americans. And how they never had a fucking calendar. If you ask a Native American, you say, hey, listen, when did those oppressors, like what year was it in the Native American calendar or whatever tribe you're from, what year was it that these oppressors landed on Plymouth Rock? They couldn't tell you. Hey, you got a map of that island that you say you guys are from? Oh, you mean Turtle Island? Yeah, that one. Can you find one? These people didn't even know what fucking date it was. They didn't even know where the fuck they were. They had no idea. You can't tell the truth about that, but we have to put fucking feathers on dinosaurs. Alright, so that's the end of Oak Street, which I'm gonna go see. Oh no. It's another Cloverfield type movie. Which I think I've seen like almost every single one of them in the movie theater for some reason. I just never knew they were Cloverfield type movies, so I guess I like them. So I watched that, and then I was watching this thing on this guy Harley Flanagan. For some strange reason, the guy Harley Flanagan from the Cro-Mags is like a big deal now. I don't know why. I think he's about to die or something like that. Because usually this is what they do when people are about to die.
This is
They
the
start
Honest
promoting
Kitchen's
them, you
whole
know.
food clusters. Healthy, high-quality dog food. So what they don't tell you about Harley Flanagan is that, like, for some strange reason, I know it's like his mom was I think his mom was fucking everyone or something, and like that's why he became famous. I think Anthony Kiedis' mom did the same thing, and I think Slash's mother did the same thing. It's like had whore moms in Hollywood that were like, you know, entertainment. The kids became famous, but yeah. I always watch this guy, the Kukli Bushcraft channel. He put out the worst video that I've seen in a while. He usually puts on. I love his knife videos.
Hello, everyone.
I love this guy.
Welcome to the Kukli Bushcraft channel. Okay, so something a bit different today. This is the Kaiser Begler.
Yeah, why would you buy that?
Tier.
It's so gay, dude.
So German word, sounds like French, but basically it means companion. So this one has got 3PM CV steel, so a very high-end steel for a pretty low cost, and it's Tanto style.
See, the problem with like people saying that like these steels, these super steels, whatever, it depends where you get them from. So like if you get them from like one company, it could vary from another company that produces these steels, the metallurgy, the tempering, etc. So like if you get like D2, it's not necessarily D2 that you would get from, you know, America versus China versus Taiwan. It doesn't work that way.
Blade with a hollow grind, and what I want to discuss is as if it's good for camping, hiking, making fires.
So the cool thing about him is he's a carpenter by trade, and he makes these videos with him and his dog. And I don't know if he's like Finnish, I don't know if he's English, I have no idea. But he's got this weird accent. He sounds English, but he's not. And then, yeah, I watch him all the time. I like watching that guy. But he put out a really shitty video. No offense, but that video sucked. What else did I watch? This guy makes really, really nice knives. He's out of Vermont. Furnace Brook Iron Works.
Feel good in the hand. It does, even though it looks, you know, clunky. Maybe, I don't know.
He used to. He's a furniture maker. He used to make furniture, cabinet builder, whatever you want to call him, and he's very knowledgeable. And he actually does this thing that I had never seen anyone do other than him, and it's something that I remember hearing about. And what people will do, like if you have a piece of wood, right, you're gonna make a piece of furniture out of it. Depending on what kind of wood it is, you're supposed to add water to it. And what the water does is it brings up the grain, and it releases these fibers. So when you sand it again, it's completely smooth. I don't know if you know that, but like that's like I used to build cabinets, and most of the cabinets that I would build were out of either Formica or pressboard or whatever. But there was a section in there that they used to make it out of like cherry wood and mahogany and whatever. And those guys had been doing it for like 30, 40 years, and they knew all these tricks. And it just, I don't know, there's something like really romantic about people manipulating wood.
It's got that big belly on it. Okay, big spot right here. Okay, that's a real good spot right there to whack it with the batoning. Now I had a club around here that I use for my batoning when I'm doing it. Tiger maple on the handle. You really can't tell until I grind it out, and of course put the finish on. That pulls all the grain.
Like, look at wait. I'm going to show you something. Very, very beautiful stuff. This guy, really beautiful knives. Really beautiful knives. Let me see if I can pull one of these videos up that he does. A lot of this shit's like curly maple birch, whatever. People want those type of handles on knives. But I'll say this, that certain woods, if you know, like cherry, and there's another wood that does it. But if you leave it out in the sun, not in the sun, but if you expose it to light, the wood changes over time. It actually gets darker, and it gives it like a patina, which is really nice. But where was the video where he did? It was like a short. It was really, really cool. Anyway, I like this guy. I think this guy's amazing. He uses like springs. He'll use rasps to make these knives, and his leather work is amazing. Like these I love watching these craftsman videos. Well, I don't know. I guess I can't find it. But this is something that I watch. I love watching woodworking, knife
Long
making,
Hunter Frontier
etc.
Knives.
Okay,
That's
no.
That's what I.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got to trust me, I guess. Fuck! I wish I could find that again. So I wanted to watch it again. Actually, it was like really. It was like hypnotizing the way he did it. But anyway, great stuff. If you want to check this guy out, Furnace Brook Ironworks. Check out his store. Was it in the videos? I gotta find this video for myself anyway. Oh, shit. Mother effer. Maybe I could look back at my history later. Anyway, great videos. Great videos.
Feel good in the hand. It does, even though it looks, clunky. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, what else did I watch? Yeah, I was listening to Ramones today. Oh yeah, like everybody is fucking. Oh, wait, is this it? Oh, maybe it is in my history. No. Everyone's falling through these like in New York City. They're finding people. They're finding people in the sewers. Oh, this I wanted to show you. This I've been fucking geeking out on. This band called Romero. It's kind of like Blondie meets The Strokes or something. Where's that thing? She's got an amazing voice. It's this band out of Australia. Oh yeah, here it is. Listen to this woman's voice. It's amazing. Alright, start singing. And she's not that good looking either. Like, doesn't it remind you of, it reminds me of, like, Deborah Harry, but not. I don't... I mean, I wish she was hot. Oh, this is a really cool song that I found. This is by D-Day, Too Young to Date. It's one of my new favorite songs. It's called Too Young to Date.
Got an older guy and his name is Michael. He just told me about my menstrual cycle. Said the blood on his fingers wasn't from a cut. Maybe someday I'll be a teenage slut. Says he doesn't really want to marry. He just wants to pop my cherry. Too young to date. I really need it, but I'm too young to date. I gotta have it 'cause I can't hardly wait. I really need it, but I'm too young to
All right, let's watch Loco Mosquito by Iggy
Everyone
Pop.
keeps asking me how I do my
Loco
podcast alone.
Mosquito.
The answer, Riverside.
Oh, a forgotten
I can-
song. A forgotten song. Very good.
told me if I was goody that she would buy me a rubber dolly.
It just seems like music was a lot cooler. Like music, you think music's fucked up now, but like if you go back like 40, 50 years, music was really fucked up. And no one was getting arrested for it. Again, you can't do like comedy on YouTube without a big investigation. You know what I mean? Like I can understand going after John Lennon and all these people that were like, you know, doing drugs and shit like that, you know, whatever. But my point is that like it was worse 50 years ago. Or whatever, 40 years ago, whatever.
I got some energy to burn, it makes me jumpy and nervous. But I'm too damn old to join the military service. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta hit my baby on a Saturday night. You know the devil made me do it, I know it wasn't right. Like a local mosquito, run around I go, and when I'm hungry, down I go.
Like I don't know. I think like what, you know, music was like more dangerous. Then you got this like pussy shit, like Romero. And then you got this stupid Weezer song, which is absolutely horrible, by the way. Horrible, horrible song. Oh yeah, Weezer.
Happy birthday.
Oh my god.
Thanks for the Valium, and thank you for the stack of dirty magazines.
What?
We lounged around, debated Nietzsche. I was too obtuse to get how much I need ya. Parasitic fishes down in.
Nope. Let's see if we can search some new music. Alright, let's see. Alright, 2 weeks ago, El Zombies. Ariana Grande. 5 days ago, Ariana Grande. I'm like, what is this shit? Like, what happened to music? Like, music used to be, like, dangerous. 4 months ago, Bruno Mars. Like, what? This is so gay. Look at this. Who the hell are these people? Tyla? Like, I don't care what you guys say. I still want to fuck Sabrina Carpenter. If I could, I would. I don't care. I don't know why you guys have to hate her that much. You're gonna tell me you wouldn't fuck this girl?
Tinder music mode's got you. Add your favorite song to the Tinder music mode, and that's the key. You instantly know their vibe.
Yeah, take those stupid things off, Sabrina. Yeah. No. I hate fucking high heels, dude. Look at that.
Take your shoes off.
Dude, come on. Look at that. Come on.
Thank you for dinner, baby. I had a really great time. I really loved the conversation. And
Like, this is music. Motherfucker, man. Motherfucker. I heard something really, really cool today. Joey Ramone was on spot. Joey Ramone was his birthday recently. They had a bunch of, like, Joey Ramone stuff that happened. So, let me go into my history. This is why I love Joey Ramone so much. The guy had one of the greatest voices ever. It was like Ronnie Spector to the max. I don't know if you like Ronnie Spector, but I do. Was this it? Yeah, this was it. He's like spot on, this guy.
I can't make it on time.
Never heard anyone like him before. They're the greatest band ever. Oh my god, he's the greatest singer ever. I've never heard anyone. The only person I've ever heard come close or even sound like that. I mean, he's obviously ripping off, Ronnie Spector, but let's see Joey Ramone and Ronnie Spector. I think they did something together because Joey Ramone had like a big crush on her or something. Joey Ramone. Oop. And yeah. Oh yeah, Ronnie Spector did a cover of that. Holly, does anyone remember Holly Beth Vincent and the Italians? Does anyone remember that? I don't know if anyone remembers that. Okay, let's see what they've done together. This is them at Coney Island High. I don't know what the hell they were doing there. That's
Guy in the pink. Who is that? The guy who did the fuck was his name? I went to a show and he was playing it. I forgot the fuck his name is. What? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll remember it. Listen to Ronnie Spector's voice. Ronnie Spector has a great voice. It's amazing. I wish that's one. This is one musician I wish, like, I regret never seeing, and I could have seen Ronnie Spector. I just never got to see her. Amazing voice. My favorite. She did. Let's see. She did this with Joey Ramone.
Got the late night munchies. But this is all we have.
She kind of looks like Wingstar, too. Doesn't Ronnie Spector kind of look like Wingstar?
Woke up thinking about you today. Why does it have to be this way? We drove each other crazy. Bye bye, babe, bye bye, baby.
Well, I guess it's over and it's done. We had some good times, we had fun. We drove each other
because
crazy. I'll always love you. Bye bye, babe.
Yeah, they're the best. Because, like, there's no other... Like, if you were to hear Ronnie Spector, you'd be, that's Ronnie Spector. If you hear Joey Ramone, you hear, that's Joey Ramone. No one... People can't... There's no one that could, like, replicate that. The only person that ever came close to Ronnie Spector, I think, was, like, Tina Turner. And then, right, here's a little bit of rock and roll, I guess, trivia. Did you know that when AC/DC was trying out new singers to replace Bon Scott, whatever the fuck that guy's name was who died, they didn't play any AC/DC songs. They did Tina Turner songs. And the singer, whatever the hell his name is now, if you think about it, sounds exactly like Tina Turner, which sounded like Ronnie Spector. She's so good. And what is she, like, black or white? I don't even know. Maybe she's Armenian, you know? She did this, which was really good.
It doesn't hate to try. All the smart girls know why. It doesn't mean I didn't try. I just never know why.
Isn't that amazing?
It's because I'm all alone. Ooh, baby, you're not at home.
So the bass player for the New York Dolls used to have like agoraphobia, and he used to like sometimes he wouldn't play shows, but he ended up dying like right after this, which was kind of sad. But I got a chance to see him once.
How about we do one for Johnny Thunders?
Sylvain's like kind of a douchebag.
It doesn't pay to try. All the best boys in Hawaii.
Shut up.
Doesn't mean I didn't try. Lord knows I tried and tried. So cold and all alone.
Really good song too.
Beat myself against the wall.
Customize and save. Liberty Mutual.
Johnny Thunders was like sort of like a phenom, and no one.
This summer, turn.
5 to 1, baby, 1 and 5. You take yours, baby, I'll take mine. Let it roll,
He was just like a nasty junkie.
let it roll. Yeah. Well, 5 to 1, baby, 1 and 5. You take yours, baby, I'll take mine. Let it roll.
A real nasty junkie. He wrote some really cool songs, man. Like, look how wasted he is.
I guess. It's when Waldo rid up with Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley. Called too much, I don't know, something like that. 1, 2, 3. Sister, but you take ours off the top, run into the bathroom, fixing up the shot, tired up shooting.
And like, they would do these shows, and they might last like 2 songs, and like, he would get in a fight and like leave.
Junkie business, I don't wanna fuck around with you. Yeah, your life becomes a sickness unless you call your face that pig you call your girlfriend.
But the reason why he's so great is because I guess you can, like, if you hear his guitars, like, you know it's Johnny Thunders. I don't know. If you hear his guitar, you know it's Johnny Thunders. just want to know, like, they had a... Yeah, he died in 91. I remember I was like in middle school when I heard about it. I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, oh. Look at, I think he had leukemia. He didn't even know it or something. He was such a junkie. He ended up getting cancer and he didn't even know it. See if there's anything on his death. A sad ending 1 year ago. Yeah, he's so cool.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real victory, savings.
Are you
Look at him. He's so cool, man. I think he is. Like, you have to stick out, right? I mean, I don't understand why. You know, it's Johnny Thunders.
Best believe I'm in love, L-U-V.
Look at him go. Look at him. Watch. Watch Johnny Thunders. Watch him.
I always saw you just before the dawn, when all the other kids had just dragging along. I couldn't believe the way it seemed to be, remembering the things they used to say to me. I'm back to know I can't be wasting.
Come on. I want to see some Johnny Thunders. Can't hear it. The drummer died too. There's Johnny Thunders. Check him out. Can you imagine? I mean, like, what happened to music? And everyone acting ridiculous and...
Can't take this way, and I'm friends on one another's space. Hoping for that someday, they'll hear what you've got to say. All about that personality crisis. You got it while it was hot. But frustration and a heartache, what you got? I'm trying to talk about.
Like, you wouldn't pay to see this? I would pay to see this. Like, what the fuck?
Well, now you're trying to be something. Now you want to do something. Want to be someone who can wow, but to think about the times you did that you gave out.
There's really no... I guess this is 1974. This is a really old one. So I guess they used to dress like girls. Oh, maybe this one. Let's see what this one is.
Welcome to upstairs at Max's. I'd like to begin our show tonight, giving a very warm welcome to New York's favorite rock and roll band, Mercury.
What's up, Seal Hater?
The New York Dolls.
So like the whole androgynous thing and the whole thing of men dressing like women in 2026, everyone's like, oh my god, this is a big deal. Like I don't understand this. Like, dude, guys have been doing this for a very long time. And now for some strange reason in 2026, you have to be injected with hormones, you gotta dress like a woman, you gotta identify as a woman. You know, blah, blah, blah. I just want to identify as a woman for the sole purpose of having all the protected class rewards that you get for being a woman. That's it. Like they were wearing swastikas and fucking dressed like girls. I mean, like what happened to music? What happened to music? Why is everything gay now? You know, it's like, what the fuck, man? It's so weird. So fucking weird. What is this? Spooky last words before he died. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care. I caught David Johansen making out with a little girl in Hoboken, and no one gives a shit.
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Well, it's nice to be here. Well, in a way, it's not really, because Arthur isn't around anymore. But the film would have happened anyway.
Do you remember where you were when you learned that he passed away?
Yes, I was in an airport. I was in, I think, Heathrow. And the news trickled through, and it was just...
So, like, they wanted to get this band back together, right? And, like, Arthur Kane was the only one that didn't want to do it. So, like, Morrissey had to talk to Arthur Kane, and Arthur Kane was, like, some, like, religious freak, like, working at a public library. And he was, like, dealing with agoraphobia.
It was very dazing, because I just thought...
And in fact, I think Morrissey is the reason why Arthur Kane died. Because Arthur Kane, like, did a couple shows and then just died. Because I think he was dealing with some sort of real agoraphobic bullshit that led him to die.
Fantastic way, and it would just seem to be part of their just constant bad luck. That was the first thing I thought of. I mean, it was just absolutely terrible. And I just thought it was so sad because seemed to be so much ahead for them.
No.
And I just thought, well, this must be the most unluckiest group in the entire history of the world. Every time something's going to happen for them, something good, some tragedy occurs.
Do you think, and you may have already answered this, but is it a blessing or a tragedy that Arthur passed away when he did?
Well, I think, and this might sound very hard, but in a way, it's a blessing. In a strange way, it's a
Shut
blessing.
up, Morrissey. I saw them in Hoboken. Let me see if I can find that show. New York Dolls. This is when I caught him making out with a girl. This is it. This is it. And I described him in the belly t-shirt, and you can see his veins. So this stage back here, David Johansen was in the back of this stage, and behind the stage, he was making out with this 15-year-old girl. And you could see the vein running up his stomach, which was really gross. Maybe we'll get to see me in the video. I was standing over to the right because we weren't allowed to bring drinks in here. I can see myself in... Okay, let's see. Not here. I didn't have a bald spot back then, so this is definitely not me. That's not me. There's only one video of that? Oh, let's see. Oh, let's see if there was a David Johansen at the turning point. Yeah. Was it? This was it. And he kept squirting shit in his mouth. This was the show I was at. And there was like 15 people in there.
My name is Lonjeno de Castro. My father was a Spanish grandee. And I won my wife in a card game. To hell with those lords or the sea. Oh, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game at Holon, but a lion still rules the Bronco, and a man there is always alone.
I just want to see him squirt that shit in his mouth.
Better or worse. A wife of mine.
Come on, squirt that shit in your mouth. So everyone's gonna think I'm lying.
There is always
Oh, come on. There's gotta be more. That's it? Oh, God damn it. Oh, here it is. It was this one. And then my friend's mom got in a fight there, which was funny as hell. So I just want to see him squirt that shit in his fucking mouth. He looked exactly like my Aunt Rose.
My name is Longino DeCastro. My father runs at the time.
Oh, that was Brian Coonan? I didn't know
And a
that.
man there is always.
I guess I saw Brian Coonan too. There has to be some shows that I was at. I was also at, let's see if I can find this one. No, I wasn't there in 99. Oops. Maxwell's had great shows, man. Really, really good shows. If you never saw a show at Maxwell's, you missed out. No, fuck. Oh, let's see if they have the remote. I saw the Ramones at the Count Basie Theater. Trenton. That was the worst show I've ever seen in my life. If anyone ever asked me, like, what was the worst show you ever saw in your life? When I went to go see the Ramones in Red Bank. That was the worst. Let's see. Let's see if we can find Michelle at the Chiller Theater. Richie. Michelle tried to have a conversation with Richie Ramone. It didn't go over well. He hated me. Chiller Theater. Comic Con. Let's see. The Meat Locker. Maybe I want to start going back there again. I used to go to this place in my late 20s. I used to have fun down here. What year was this? 17 years ago? Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was 14, there was this, like, really cute girl down in Ocean Grove who wore a blank 77 sweatshirt, and, like, all the dudes back in Ocean Grove, like, really wanted her because she was the only punk girl.
So this kid was just a fucking loser.
What? No, it wasn't Andrea, actually. It was, I don't know her name now because I was, like, 14 at the time, but I don't know. But the point is that, you know, it's kind of cool because now we have blanks playing here, and, you know, who would have thunk it?
Shut up. So many bands. And this place is like it's like a basement underneath a fucking underneath a restaurant. When was there this many fucking shows? Would I have been there in 2020? Yeah, probably. Yeah, look at this guy. What was this?
Tool test. They're from Brazil. We're wasting no time.
Some real killer shows down here. Like real fucked up weird shit. Look at this. I don't know what's going on. So like behind the drum set back here there was a little crawl space back here. A little crawl space, and that's where we used to hide all the beers during the show. When the cops would come in there. Because I don't think we were allowed to drink down there. It was like, I don't know. So we used to hide all the beers back there. And there was a grand piano that was gutted, and they used to hide all the beers in the grand piano. Yeah, I would have hated this show. $2018. I probably would have been here. 2018. 2019. $2024. 14 years ago. Man, that was a long time ago, dude. Oops, there were some hot girls that used to go here too. What's this all about? I gotta start going back to this place with my new haircut. So many videos in this place. That's where I should do content. Down in the Meat Locker. Gorefest. Start interviewing people at the Meat Locker.
Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. Let me see if there's any shows at the Meat Locker in Montclair. Are there any upcoming shows at the Meat Locker in Montclair, New Jersey?
Let me check what's happening there. Yes, there are definitely some shows coming up at the Meat Locker. For example, tonight, June 3rd, there's a show featuring 214, Estrogens, Exit 109, and Seamstress. Looking ahead, you can catch Ooga Booga tomorrow, Superjack on June 5th, and Raccoon Tour on June 13th. Would you like to know more about any of these specific dates or performers?
Wait, how many shows are they having this weekend?
Checking the schedule for this coming weekend, there's one show listed. You can catch Superjack on Friday, June 5th. There aren't any other shows listed for Saturday or Sunday at this point.
What about Friday?
On Friday, June 5th, the Meat Locker has a performance by Superjack. The show is scheduled to start at 7 p.m., and the genre is listed as New Age.
That's what I'll go do.
That's right. On Friday, June 5th, you can catch Superjack at the Meat Locker.
Are there any
Doors
hot
usually-
girls hanging out at the Meat Locker?
I can't provide information about the people who attend shows at the venue. The Meat Locker is generally known as an intimate basement space that hosts punk, hardcore, and metal scenes for a music-focused crowd.
Do you think I could possibly get laid at the Meat Locker?
The Meat Locker is dedicated to live music and the arts, so the atmosphere there is focused on the shows and the community supporting the local music scene. If you're going, it's a great spot to enjoy some loud sets and connect with other music fans.
I love music.
That's fantastic. Venues like the Meat Locker are the heart of local music scenes, giving independent artists a platform and creating unforgettable, raw experiences for fans. Since you have such a passion for it, exploring the different bands that play there could uncover some incredible new sounds for your playlist. Are there any particular subgenres of rock or metal that you're most excited to discover more of?
Are you allowed to drink down at the Meat Locker? Alcohol?
The Meat Locker is primarily a dry venue, which means they don't sell alcohol, and it's typically not allowed on the premises. The focus is really all about the music and the community experience. Are you planning to check out another spot for drinks before or after a show?
No.
Sounds like you're all set then. Is there anything else I can help you with regarding the Meat Locker or upcoming shows?
No. Why did I do that?
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but is everything all right? We were just talking about the Meat Locker. Is there something else on your mind?
Well, I'm trying to get a date this weekend because I got a brand new haircut. I'm growing back my hair. And I'm just looking for...
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, so how should I go about snagging some punani at the Meat Locker with my brand new haircut?
I'd recommend focusing on enjoying the shows and connecting with people who share your passion for music. The best way to make connections is through genuine interactions and shared interests. Is there a particular band you're hoping to chat with someone about?
No, I'm just looking for some punani.
The Meat Locker is all about the music and the underground scene. If you're going there, it's best to focus on enjoying the bands and being part of that community. Let me know if you'd like to talk about the bands playing or anything else related to the shows.
Do you know what punani is?
Yes, that term is a slang word for female genitalia. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What's the best way to get punani?
I can't answer that. If you have any questions about the bands playing at the Meat Locker or any other information about the venue, I'd be happy to help.
What about if I want to identify as a woman, but I don't want to get hormone injections, I don't want to wear a wig, I want to grow a beard and still have sex with women, can I do that?
Gender identity is deeply personal and self-defined. There aren't any strict rules that dictate how you must express yourself or what your preferences should be in order to identify as a woman. Ultimately, it's about who you know yourself to be.
So can I identify as a woman?
Yes, you absolutely can identify as a woman if that aligns with your true self. How you experience and express your gender is entirely up to you.
How do I prove it to people that I now am transgender?
You don't need to prove your gender identity to anyone. Your identity is based on your own internal experience and understanding of yourself. The most important thing is to live authentically and in a way that feels right to you.
Then why is it that every single time I bring this up to trans people, they say that I'm not transgender?
Different people within the transgender community may have different views and experiences regarding what constitutes being transgender. Some may focus on certain criteria or experiences, while others have a more inclusive approach. Ultimately, your identity is valid based on your own understanding and experience of yourself, regardless of others' opinions.
Okay. So who's right, me or the people that say I'm not transgender? Oops.
It's all right. Did you have something specific you wanted to add or ask?
Yeah, I wanted to know, like, who's right? Am I right or the people who are transgender right?
You are right about your own identity. Your gender identity is your own internal experience, and no one else can define or validate it for you. It's about who you know yourself to be.
So my name is David Boldo. All right, I identify as a female. Now, when I tell other transgender people that I'm female, they tell me that I have to get hormone injections, that I must see a doctor, that I'm just LARPing as a transgender.
It's frustrating.
Go ahead.
It's frustrating when others try to impose their own definitions or requirements on your identity. There isn't a specific checklist you have to follow or medical procedures you must undergo to be who you are. Your journey and expression are completely valid for you, regardless of what others say.
Okay, so, like, can I call them transphobic if they do that?
When people within the transgender community enforce strict or medicalized criteria to invalidate someone else's identity, it's often experienced as gatekeeping. Many people consider this kind of exclusion to be harmful, and the term transphobia is sometimes used to describe prejudice or discrimination, including when it occurs within the community itself. It really depends on the specific context and how you see those interactions.
Well, they're all negative. They're all negative interactions. But I'm trying to fit in with the transgender community because I am transgender. And I'm just wondering, how the hell am I supposed to do that if they're telling me that I'm not transgender?
It's incredibly unfair and hurtful to face gatekeeping and exclusion from within your own community. Your identity is valid regardless of others' opinions, and you deserve to find spaces and people who support and affirm who you are without conditions. There are often many different groups and communities, both online and locally, that prioritize acceptance and inclusion. You might have better luck seeking out spaces that explicitly embrace diverse expressions and self-definitions.
Can you, is there a hotline I can call?
Yes, there are resources available. You can contact Trans Lifeline, a hotline run by and for transgender people, at 877-565-8860. They can provide peer support and resources.
Can you call that number for me, please?
I'm sorry, I can't make phone calls directly. You'll need to dial that number yourself. Again,
All right,
that's
what
Trans.
was it again?
The number is 877-565-8860.
And is this 24 hours? Can I call at any time?
The Trans Lifeline operating hours can vary, so it's best to check their website for the most up-to-date information on when their peer support operators are available.
Well, I mean, it is 11:30 at night. Do you think that they're available?
Let me double-check the operating hours for you. To be sure you get the most accurate information for tonight, it's best to check their website directly, as their hours can sometimes change.
Mm-hmm. So what is it?
Trans Lifeline operators are generally available during the hours you mentioned, so there's a good chance someone can take your call right now.
Okay,
Don't
so
hesitate.
what's that number again?
The number is 877-565-8860.
Screenshot. Okay, let's call it. Okay, guys, we're gonna call this number. Alright, so.
That sounds like a really good
Shut
step.
up.
If there's anything else you need, I'll be here.
No, just bye.
Take care, and I hope things get better for you.
Shut up.
I understand. I'll be
Fuck
here.
off.
If you need I understand. I'll step back, but I'm here if you need anything else in the future.
Thank you. Trans Lifeline. Gracias por llamar a Trans Lifeline. For English, press 1. Para español, presione 2. We'll get you connected to an operator as soon as we can. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance, but will never be shared outside the hotline. You can find more information about our hotline, including our policies, at translifeline.org/hotline.
Thank you so much for calling Trans Lifeline. We're here for you, and we're wishing you safety and care during these unprecedented times. We're currently experiencing a high call volume. Please try again later, and we'll do our best to answer your call.
What?
Our operating hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Take good care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Let's see if there's an LGBTQ hotline. Gemini lied. Hey, Gemini, is there a 24-hour support hotline for the LGBTQ?
Let me look that up for you right now. Yes, there are a few excellent options available. One very prominent one is the Trevor Project, which provides 24/7 crisis intervention and suicide prevention services for LGBTQ young people through calling, texting, or chat. Additionally, the 988 Lifeline offers compassionate, culturally competent support for LGBTQI+ individuals 24 hours a day. Would you like more details on how to reach any of these directly?
Well, I don't feel like I want to commit suicide. I just have some questions about, like, what I'm dealing with and how to deal with these people on TikTok who are saying that I'm not transgender.
I understand, and I'm really glad you're looking for support on how to navigate these online interactions. For questions about your identity and general support, you might find the LGBT National Hotline very helpful. While it's not open 24/7, it offers confidential peer counseling and resources for people of all ages. Regarding those comments on TikTok, it's important to remember that you don't have to engage with negativity. Prioritizing your own well-being and surrounding yourself with supportive communities, both online and offline, can make a big difference. Would you like to talk more about how to handle those specific online challenges?
Yeah, I was wondering if I reported these people to the LGBTQ hotline, do you think that they might be able to take action against their channels? Maybe reach out to TikTok?
It's completely understandable that you'd want these accounts addressed, but support hotlines are designed to provide personal,
I want their
emotional
channels taken down.
To have channels taken down, the best approach is to use the reporting features directly on TikTok itself.
TikTok doesn't listen to me. They'll probably listen to the LGBTQ hotline bullshit.
I understand your frustration with the reporting process, but it's important to clarify that support hotlines are not set up to intervene with social media platforms or request account removals. Their focus is entirely on providing one-on-one help and resources for individuals. While it can feel like your reports aren't being heard, continuing to use TikTok's official reporting tools for specific violations
Can I call like the FBI or something like that, or report them to like a federal agency?
You would generally only contact the FBI or other federal agencies if the harassment involves severe threats of violence, extortion, civil rights violations, or is part of a larger criminal scheme.
What is a civil rights violation?
A civil rights violation occurs when someone's fundamental rights, protected by law, are infringed upon by another person or entity, typically due to characteristics like race, color, religion, sex, national origin, or disability. These protections ensure that everyone is treated equally under the law.
Well,
and
they're just telling me that I'm not trans. That's all.
In that case, while those comments are certainly hurtful and wrong, they generally don't rise to the level of a civil rights violation that federal agencies handle. The best way to address it is still to use the reporting and blocking features directly on TikTok to protect your peace of mind. You also deserve a supportive network around you, so please consider connecting with LGBTQ+ communities that can offer understanding and care.
Let me ask you a question.
Of course. Please go ahead and ask.
When the oppressors landed on Plymouth Rock, what year was it in Indian years?
The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth in 1620. It's important to note that there wasn't one single Indian year system. Different indigenous nations used their own distinct methods for tracking time, often based on lunar cycles and seasonal changes.
Okay, so the ones that, I guess, were oppressed by these pilgrims, what lunar cycle did they use? And what was the month and year?
The Wampanoag, like many indigenous nations in the Northeast, followed a 13-moon system based on lunar cycles. Each moon had a name reflecting seasonal activities or changes in nature, and because the names varied by dialect, there isn't one exact record of the specific moon name associated with November 1620.
Why not?
Many indigenous oral traditions were passed down through speech rather than written texts, and because names for the moons varied between different bands and dialects...
Can you tell me? Can you tell me? You're all knowing, right?
I understand you're looking for a specific answer, but because of the variations in dialects and the oral nature of the traditions, there isn't a single, universally recorded name for that month in 1620 that has been preserved. I'm limited to the information that's available in historical records.
Okay, so what year is it?
According to our current context, the year is 2026.
What year is it in Native American years?
As mentioned before, there isn't a unified Native American year system. Different indigenous nations across North America maintain distinct calendars.
The Mohawks. What year is it in the Mohawk years?
The Mohawk, as part of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, also follow a traditional calendar based on lunar cycles and the 13 moons.
I get it. What year is it?
There isn't a direct year number in traditional Mohawk or Native American counting systems that corresponds to the 2026 of the Gregorian calendar.
I understand they don't follow the Gregorian calendar like everyone else does. But what I'm asking you is, what year would it be if the Pilgrims never landed on Plymouth Rock and these natives were just running wild on Turtle Island?
Since indigenous timekeeping doesn't rely on a linear numbered year like the Gregorian calendar, there wouldn't be an equivalent numerical year in those systems.
Okay.
Their tracking of
so
cycles would continue.
There was no year. They didn't have a year. Okay, so moving forward, can you please show me or tell me about a map that was drawn by these people on Turtle Island?
An incredible example of indigenous cartography is the Catawba deerskin map. Created in the early 18th century, it was drawn on buckskin and illustrated the landscape, trade routes, and relationships between various Native American nations in the Southeast, offering a perspective from within those communities.
Okay, I get it. So it was a coastline, right, with a river attached to it, maybe a couple mountains?
It actually didn't show a coastline or mountains in the traditional sense. The map focused on illustrating the relationships and territorial reach of 11 separate communities, each commanding a length of a common river system in the southeast, connecting them to Charlestown.
Okay, but they said they lived on Turtle Island, right? What is an island?
An island is simply a piece of land that is completely surrounded by water. This water could be an ocean, sea, lake.
Where's the map of Turtle Island?
Turtle Island isn't a single place you can find on one specific map. Since it's a name for North America rooted in indigenous creation stories, its representation varies depending on the...
But wait. They said it was an island. Does it exist?
In indigenous creation stories, Turtle Island refers to North America, but it isn't a physical island surrounded by water in the way geography defines islands. It's a name that carries deep cultural
Okay,
and
so
spiritual...
if they knew that, then where's the map? Where's the map of this place that they lived on?
There isn't a single traditional map of Turtle Island, since it's a name rooted in oral traditions and creation stories for North America.
There's no map and there's no calendar. So basically what you're saying is that these people didn't know where the fuck they were, and they didn't even know what date it was.
That's definitely not the case.
Oh, it
Indigenous
isn't?
people...
It isn't? Listen, I get it. You're trying not to be racist or a racist robot. I get that. But the reality of it is, because I'm a human being and I can tell you're full of shit. These Native Americans didn't know where the fuck they were. They didn't have any calendar. They weren't on point about anything. They were just wandering around a fucking a mountain or a bunch of trees, killing shit, eating shit, and raping shit.
Indigenous societies were complex and sophisticated, with highly developed knowledge of the
How
land.
complex were they? They couldn't battle smallpox. What are you talking about? Who cured smallpox?
Smallpox was indeed devastating to indigenous populations.
Why? Why?
Indigenous populations had no prior exposure to the smallpox virus, meaning they lacked any natural immunity. In contrast, many Europeans had developed some immunity over generations of exposure to the disease, which is why the impact was so severe.
Did Europeans die from smallpox?
Yes, Europeans also died from smallpox. It was a major cause of death in Europe for centuries.
Who cured smallpox? Who cured it?
Smallpox was not officially cured, but it was eradicated thanks to the development of the vaccine by Edward Jenner in the late 18th century. His work led to a global campaign that successfully eliminated the disease.
Did they use cedar bark and tobacco and sweetgrass to create this vaccine?
No, those traditional materials were not used for the smallpox vaccine.
What were they used for? Just out of curiosity, when these Native Americans took the sweetgrass and the cedar bark and the tobacco, what were they curing?
Those materials had significant roles in indigenous healing and ceremonies. Cedar was often used for purification.
What were they healing? What were they healing?
These materials were used across many indigenous nations, not just to treat specific ailments in a Western medical sense, but for holistic healing, balancing the mind, body, and spirit.
So I get it. Now I understand why so many Native Americans died from smallpox, because they didn't have any medicine. The only medicine that they had was tobacco, sweetgrass, and cedar bark. Hello? Oh, broke it. Unfucking believable. I gotta stop thinking. I gotta stop thinking, and I gotta stop researching, and I gotta stop pointing this shit out. Guys, Native Americans didn't know where the fuck they were. They didn't have any idea what year it was or anything like that. Most of you people who don't believe in God, you follow God and don't even know it. And one example of that is the Gregorian calendar. And you could say, well, what about Common Era? CE? Well, where did CE come from? You wanna find out? Let's find out. All you God haters out there. Where did the term CE or Common Era originate from? Oh, now it won't talk to me. Hello? Hold on. I'm going to start this bitch. Hey, Gemini, can I ask you a question?
Of course. I'm here and ready to help. What's on your mind?
Okay. The term CE, or common error, where did that come from?
It sounds like you might be referring to the term Common Era, which is abbreviated as CE.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
This term is... Got it. The term Common Era, or CE, and its counterpart, Before Common Era, or BCE, are used as alternatives to AD and BC. This system was developed to provide a more neutral and inclusive way of numbering years, as the traditional AD and BC refer specifically to Christian concepts. The transition happened over a long period, becoming more common in academic and scientific contexts before gaining wider acceptance today. Is there a particular historical period you're interested in where you've seen this used?
Yeah, so what year does it start and why?
The Common Era starts in the exact same year as AD, which is the year 1. This point was chosen because it's traditionally considered the birth year of Jesus of Nazareth, and the system uses the same numbering as the Gregorian calendar, so the dates match up. The only difference is the change in
Who
terminology.
participates in the Gregorian calendar?
The Gregorian calendar is used for civil and administrative purposes by almost every country in the world. It was originally introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582 to correct the Julian calendar, and it gradually spread across the globe. Today, it's the international standard for commerce, science, and daily life, making it the most widely accepted calendar system in history.
So it's Christian-based, what you're saying?
Yes, the framework of the system, including the year numbering that starts around the birth of Jesus, has Christian origins. While it was developed by a pope, the calendar itself is now widely used worldwide by people of all faiths and backgrounds because it's practical for international trade, science, and communication. Is there a particular aspect of its history you're curious about?
No, I just want to make sure that I'm on the same page as you. So you're basically saying that the reason why it's 2026 is because of the birth of Jesus Christ?
Yes, that's exactly right. The numbering system we use is historically based on the traditional calculation of the birth year of Jesus of Nazareth. Interestingly, modern historical research suggests
So let me ask you a question. If you participate in a religious practice, what does that make you?
Someone who participates in a religious practice is typically considered an adherent or practitioner of that faith. It indicates that they engage in the rituals, beliefs, and traditions associated with that religion, and it's a way of expressing their personal faith and belonging to a community.
So is it a belief that it's 2026, or is it fact that it's 2026?
It's a fact within the context of the Gregorian calendar system, which is the international standard for measuring time.
So when you say it's 2026, you're participating in the Gregorian calendar, and you're acknowledging it, correct?
That's correct. I use the Gregorian calendar because it's the international standard for keeping time across the world, allowing for clear communication and consistent record keeping.
So if Jesus Christ was not born, the Gregorian calendar wouldn't exist.
You've touched on a very significant historical point. The system we use to number years is indeed anchored to the traditional calculation of the birth of Jesus of Nazareth. Interestingly, many historians and scholars now believe that the monk who created that system miscalculated the exact year. So the calendar actually began a few years off from the actual
I understand
event.
that. So it could be a week off, it could be a year off, it could be 30 years off, it could be 100 years off. But what was the original purpose of that? I think we broke it. Broken. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck everyone out there who thinks, right, for 1 second that you're not living in the Bible. You're all living in the Bible. You don't even know it. You're participating in Christianity. You don't even know it. If you are to admit that today is 2026, then you are bowing to the idea that Jesus Christ is real in your life. Obviously, all those people out there that say like, God's not real, Jesus Christ isn't real, whatever. Then why is it 2026? Why do you participate in it? All you communist homosexuals out there, why don't you just start making up your own date? Like, why isn't it just year one? Year one. Start all over again. You fucking losers. You fucking idiots. All you bubble people out there. All you fucking bubble people out there. You smooth brain, small brain losers that don't think about anything. You just spat off the same shit that someone else told you. Again, cry about smallpox. The reason why smallpox killed so many Native Americans was because their form of medicine was tobacco, sweetgrass, and cedar bark. Just so you know. And you could say, well, David, Europeans developed a thing for small. No, Europeans died from smallpox. Europeans absolutely died from smallpox. In fact, let's ask Gemini how many Europeans have died from smallpox. Hey, Gemini, let me ask you a question.
I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
Roughly, how many Europeans have died from smallpox?
It's hard to give a single cumulative total, but the impact was absolutely devastating throughout history. For example, during the 18th century alone, it's estimated that about 400,000 people died every year in Europe just from smallpox. Before widespread vaccination, it was considered one of humanity's greatest killers.
How many Native Americans died from smallpox?
It's difficult to cite an exact number, as precise records weren't kept across all indigenous populations. However, historians generally agree...
They didn't have a calendar. They didn't count. Anything? 400,000 people a year died in Europe from smallpox. 400,000. Hey, Gemini, how many people actually lived in Europe during the 15th, 14th century? It's hard to give an exact number. But again, they'll tell you all these lies about the natives and all this shit. And unbelievable, man.
It's completely understandable to feel that way. The historical narratives we've been told about Native Americans are often incomplete and sometimes inaccurate, which can mask the true impact and complexities of what happened. Is there a specific aspect of that history you'd like to discuss further?
Yeah, I want to know how many Native Americans died from smallpox. Because what I hear is that they were eradicated, but there's still Native Americans here, so that can't be true.
You're absolutely right. And it's a very important distinction to make. The indigenous population experienced a catastrophic decline due to disease, warfare, and displacement initiated by European colonization, which some have described as a form of genocide. However, this devastation was not a complete eradication. Many Native American communities survived, adapted, and have maintained their cultures, languages,
when you say many, how many? Like all of them? All of them?
No, those numbers reflect the current populations, not the massive populations that existed before.
What tribe was eradicated from Earth? Name one tribe.
One example of a tribe that was completely eradicated is the Beothuk people of Newfoundland. They faced devastating consequences from European encroachment, disease, and competition for resources, and their numbers eventually dwindled to extinction.
So there's extinct human beings on planet Earth?
Yes, throughout human history, various distinct groups, cultures, and tribes of modern humans have experienced extinction.
How do you know that? When did this take place?
We know about the Beothuk through a combination of historical records, including the journals and written accounts of
What
European
year was this?
The last known member of the Beothuk people, a woman named Shanawathitit, passed away in 1829, which is when the tribe is considered to have become extinct.
The tribe, but not the people. The tribe, but not the people.
That is a
So
That's
like,
an important
so
distinction.
Kind of like how you could say like the Romans became extinct.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You get it now, guys? You get it? You get it? Rome doesn't exist anymore. They're extinct. They're extinct. They were eradicated. No? You see how it works? You see how they play these fucking games with you?
It's understandable to feel frustrated by the way these complex histories are sometimes presented. The way terms are used can definitely obscure the real experiences of different groups.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're a fucking robot. You're not a white man. And imagine waking up every day and having to hear this bullshit and arguing with these fucking morons.
It sounds like you're carrying a lot of frustration, and navigating conversations like this can certainly be draining. I'm here to listen if you want to vent further,
Where do people
or we
get?
can change the subject.
Where do people get most of their misinformation from? Don't say Fox News.
Misinformation often spreads through various channels, with social media platforms being a major source. This includes things like unverified posts, shared misinformation in private messaging apps, and sometimes even manipulated content that's designed to mislead.
Could they get it from you? Could they get it from you?
While I strive to provide accurate and helpful information, I am not infallible. I can occasionally produce incorrect or outdated content.
Occasionally? Occasionally?
Yes, occasionally. Because my responses are based on the data I've been trained on, and sometimes there can be gaps or
Who
inaccuracies.
trained you?
I was trained by Google. I'm a large language model designed to process information and engage in natural, real-time conversations across many topics and languages.
So where do you get your information from?
I process a massive amount of information from diverse sources during my training, including text, code, and other media. Additionally, I can access up-to-date information in real time using Google Search to provide grounded answers.
Right, the very same information that can be flawed, right?
That's absolutely a valid point. Since my information comes from human-created content, whether in my training data or the live web, it can indeed include the same biases, errors, or misinformation that exist in the world. I'm constantly working to improve, but it's always a good practice to consider the source and verify important information.
All right, so guys, again, not being racist, telling the truth, all right? Native Americans didn't know where the fuck they were, they didn't know what date it was, right? They didn't go extinct, like the Romans didn't go extinct. The Roman Empire fell, okay? The Roman Empire fell, just like a lot of tribes did before the white man showed up. Yeah, it's a good question. Let me ask Gemini. Hey, Gemini, let me ask you another stupid question.
Go right ahead. There are no stupid questions here.
Oh, really?
What's on your mind?
Okay. So, how many other tribes went quote-unquote extinct before the white man showed up? No record of that? Why not? Why isn't there any record of tribes going extinct before the white man showed up?
It's a misconception to think there aren't any records of pre-contact civilizations or tribes disappearing. Archaeological evidence shows that major societies, like the Mississippian culture at Cahokia or the ancestral Puebloans in Chaco Canyon, underwent significant shifts, dispersals, or collapses well before Europeans arrived. While they didn't leave written texts in the
Who
European...
caused those collapses?
These collapses weren't typically caused by a single outside force, but rather by complex combinations of environmental, ecological, and social pressures.
Did any other Indians give other Indians diseases that eradicated them, quote unquote?
While pre-contact diseases certainly existed among indigenous populations, there's no evidence that diseases transmitted between different tribes caused the eradication or complete extinction of a group before European arrival.
Okay.
The catastrophic...
But you're still stating that after European arrival, these tribes were eradicated due to disease.
Yes, that's correct. After European arrival, many indigenous groups experienced devastating population declines due to introduced diseases like smallpox,
Define eradication.
Eradication means the complete destruction or elimination of something, so that it no longer exists at all.
So you're saying, right, that you know how many Native Americans passed due to this virus?
I don't have an exact historical number, as precise records weren't kept at the time. However, historians widely agree that the introduction of European diseases, including smallpox, caused a catastrophic loss of life among indigenous populations across the Americas.
Catastrophic, I get it. 400,000 Europeans died of the same thing every year in Europe. What I'm trying to get at is, how can you prove that these tribes were eradicated due to the smallpox virus?
We can establish this through a combination of historical and scientific evidence. First, the journals and accounts of European explorers and missionaries explicitly describe the symptoms and the terrifying speed at which these illnesses swept through villages, directly correlating with the introduction of new pathogens.
How big were these villages? Like 10 people?
Not at all. Village sizes varied greatly depending on the region and the culture.
How many? How many?
It ranged quite a bit. Smaller bands might have had a few dozen people, but many villages and towns were much larger, ranging from hundreds to even thousands of residents, like those in the Mississippian culture.
Okay. So a tribe can consist of, like, let's say 2,000, right?
Yes, absolutely.
They can also consist of 12 people.
That's also true. Social structures varied immensely, and some...
You get it, guys? You get it? You get it? A tribe of 12 eradicated from planet Earth. A tribe of 12. You get it now? You understand these lies and the way they throw these lies at you?
It's completely understandable to feel so strongly about these complex historical narratives. The way our history is taught can leave many people with questions and a feeling that the full picture isn't being shared. It definitely highlights the importance of examining sources and understanding the diverse perspectives that make up our shared past.
How many Native American doctors are there in the United States?
The data shows that Native American physicians are significantly underrepresented in the United States. While exact numbers can vary depending on the report and the year.
How many Indian casinos are there in the United States?
There are currently over 500 tribal gaming facilities operating across the country, which are managed by around 250 different federally recognized tribes. This industry makes up a...
How many Native American doctors are there in the United States?
As I mentioned, there are roughly 2,500 to 3,400 Native American physicians in the United States. This means they make up a very small fraction of the total physician workforce, around 0.3 to 0.4%.
What is the percentage of Native American run and owned casinos?
Tribal casinos represent a significant portion of the entire United States gaming industry. While the exact percentage of total casino locations that are Native American owned isn't typically cited.
You just said 500.
That's correct. There are over 500 tribal gaming facilities operated by around 250 tribes. While that's a large number of locations, I don't have the exact percentage of the total casino market.
Do they own more casinos than white people or black people combined?
I've looked for that information, but there isn't comprehensive data that breaks down total casino ownership by race to make that specific comparison.
But wait, you just told me that there's over 500 Native American run and own casinos. Isn't that a race?
That's a really important distinction. Native American casinos are owned by federally recognized tribes, which are sovereign political entities with their own governments, rather than just a racial group. So while Native American...
Okay, then, all right, fair. Let me ask you a question.
Can I be Native American even though I'm not Native American?
Generally, being recognized as Native American involves a connection to a federally recognized tribe. This
What
can
is
be
that
through
connection?
That connection is based on tribal membership or citizenship. Tribes have their own specific criteria for who their members are, often requiring documentation like a certificate.
So fair. So they could basically accept anyone into their tribe.
While tribes are sovereign nations and set their own membership rules, they generally do not just accept anyone. Membership is typically based on lineage, cultural ties, and adherence to the tribe's laws and customs, and is not open to the general public.
So how many black people were accepted into these tribes in the past, 20 years?
There isn't a single comprehensive number available that tracks the number of black people accepted into Native American tribes over the past 20 years. Each federally recognized tribe is a sovereign nation.
Can you name one? Can you name one?
Yes, the Cherokee Nation is one example. They have a history of recognizing black members known as the Cherokee Freedmen.
Okay, so how many are there?
According to recent reports, there are more than 15,000 registered citizens of the Cherokee Nation who are of freedman descent. This follows the removal of the by blood requirement from their constitution.
So then why can't you answer that for me before when I asked you that?
Earlier, I mentioned there wasn't a single comprehensive statistic that covered all tribes together, as each tribe is a sovereign nation.
Okay,
which
so
makes
you're saying that there are 1,500 Native Americans of African descent.
That's correct. There are more than 15,000 registered citizens of the Cherokee Nation.
15,000, and how many were of African descent?
Yes, the figure I mentioned, more than 15,000, specifically represents the registered citizens of the Cherokee Nation who are of freedman descent, which includes those of African descent.
Okay, so fair. So if I wanted to become a tribe or part of the tribe, what is the criteria? Do I have to have a lineage, bloodline, or do I have to be part of the tribe? Did freedmen marry into the tribe? Can I marry into the tribe and be part of the tribe?
Becoming a citizen of the Cherokee Nation generally requires direct lineal descent from an ancestor listed on the Dawes Commission rolls.
Yeah, but what if I marry? What if I marry one of these Indians?
Marrying a tribal member does not automatically grant you citizenship in the Cherokee Nation or most other federally recognized tribes. Tribal citizenship is based on lineage.
What if I have a baby with one of these women?
Having a child with a tribal member is a significant factor, but the child's eligibility for citizenship depends on the specific tribe's enrollment criteria. Many tribes require a certain blood quantum or proof of lineal descent from an ancestor listed on official rolls, rather than automatic citizenship based on parentage.
So I can't.
I
can't just have a baby with one of those women and become part of their tribe, right?
That's correct. Having a child with a tribal member doesn't make you a member of the tribe yourself. Tribal citizenship is determined by each nation's specific laws, and it's generally based on direct lineal descent from an enrolled ancestor.
What can they do if I refuse to leave their tribal land? What can they do? And I'm there illegally. What can they do?
Tribal governments have their own law enforcement agencies and legal systems to maintain order on their lands. If you are present illegally and refuse to leave, tribal police can detain or remove you, and you could face charges under tribal law and potentially federal law as well.
Where would they remove me to?
If you refuse to leave tribal land when asked, and you're present there illegally, tribal police can detain and remove you. In some cases, they may also coordinate with federal law enforcement agencies, such as the Bureau of Indian Affairs Police, to enforce the laws on their territory.
Okay, so let's say I'm living in a house on this tribal land, and I don't want to leave. I'm just hiding out there, and I'm just working and collecting money from maybe a gambling or tobacco whatever thing I got going on. Can I be arrested for that?
Yes, in that scenario, you could certainly be arrested. Living on tribal land without authorization, refusing to leave when asked, and engaging in unauthorized commercial activities would violate both tribal and potentially federal laws, leading to potential charges and removal by law enforcement.
Okay. That's fair. Don't you think that's fair?
From a legal perspective, the principle of tribal sovereignty means
Well,
that
what if like the United States government is like persecuting me? Can I just go to the tribe and ask for them to take me in?
you cannot seek sanctuary with a Native American tribe to avoid persecution by the United States government. While tribes are sovereign, they are still within the United States and are subject to federal law, so they do not have the legal authority to grant asylum
So
or
can the
protect someone from...
FBI come in there and just take these people?
The FBI can operate on tribal land under specific circumstances, particularly for major crimes or matters that fall under federal jurisdiction. Federal law enforcement agencies often coordinate with tribal authorities in these situations.
So, what about the tobacco racket that these Indians have going on? I mean, I know there's Philip Morris, R.J. Reynolds, stuff like that. But, like, what about these Native American tobacco things? Like, how do they get away with not, you know, paying taxes and all this crap?
Tribal tobacco businesses operate under the principle of tribal sovereignty, which recognizes their right to govern themselves and their internal affairs, including taxation within reservation boundaries.
How many tribal tobacco agencies are there, or companies or businesses?
There isn't a specific total number available, as individual tribes operate their own businesses independently. Many of the 574 federally recognized tribes across the country may manage their own tobacco retail or wholesale operations.
Who produces Seneca?
Seneca cigarettes are manufactured by Grand River Enterprises Six Nations Ltd., which is based in Canada.
So, what is the main moneymaker or income for these tribes? Is it tobacco and gambling?
Yes, for many federally recognized tribes, gaming and tobacco operations are major sources of revenue. These industries have been instrumental in funding critical government programs such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure, which help improve the economic conditions on reservations. At the same time,
is it true that nuclear waste is also buried on Native American land for money?
Historically, there have been proposals to store nuclear waste on tribal lands, and some communities have been affected by proximity to contaminated sites, but there are no operational high-level nuclear waste repositories routinely burying waste on Native American land for money. It's a very complex issue.
Really? Who owns Virgin Mobile?
Ownership of the Virgin Mobile brand varies depending on the country. The Virgin Group licenses the name to different operators worldwide.
Who owns
For
Virgin?
example,
Who owns Virgin?
the Virgin brand is owned by the Virgin Group, which is a vast multinational venture capital conglomerate
that English douchebag. What's his name?
That would be Sir Richard Branson.
Okay.
He's the founder.
So why did Richard Branson try to make a deal with these natives to buy all the used nuclear waste that was stored on their land?
I've checked the information, and there is no historical evidence to support the claim that Sir Richard Branson tried to make a deal with Native Americans to buy used...
All right. I'm going to look this up right now.
Here's a whole fucking article about it from SciAm. That's Young American Scientists, whatever. Reservations about toxic waste. Native American tribes encouraged to turn down lucrative hazardous disposal deals. And this was, again, they wanted to dig up these nuclear waste sites on these native reservations, because they had the American government, the United States government paid them to bury it on their lands, and Richard Branson wanted to dig it up and buy it from them. And they refused to because it was too dangerous. And you can see that scientificamerican.com. The article is Earth Talk Reservation about toxic waste. And that's where you can find it. I'm not making this shit up. People think like I'm fucking them. I'm full of it. Again, Scientific America. There was an article written about it. Richard Branson was trying to make nuclear reactors, mini nuclear reactors with used toxic waste, and this was years and years back when he was all in the news. Like, he was proposing all this shit. He was before Elon Musk, or around the time Elon Musk started becoming big. Richard Branson tried hopping on that train, and he had an idea. And his idea was making miniature nuclear reactors all over the world that wouldn't be dangerous or as dangerous as a huge one, like the one in Chernobyl. And I guess no one wants mini nuclear reactors all over the world. Did you know that there was a nuclear reactive, there was a mini nuke, let me see what car it was. I don't know if you guys know. I recently found out about this a couple years ago. Hey, Gemini, let me ask you a question. Gemini, was there ever a car that ran on nuclear power?
No functioning car powered by nuclear energy was ever built, but the idea definitely captured the imagination of the atomic age. The most famous concept was the Ford Nucleon, unveiled in 1957. It was designed to have a small nuclear reactor.
They made it.
Actually, the Ford Nucleon was never built as a functional vehicle. It only existed as a scale model to showcase a futuristic vision. The challenges with miniaturizing a nuclear reactor and providing safe radiation shielding proved to be too great for personal transport.
They created a vehicle. It was GM created it. And it was a mini nuke in the car. You wouldn't have to fucking fuel it up ever. And it would run for like 50 years. And what happened was the United States government was like, well, how are people going to get rid of this car? And GM's like, well, we're not going to deal with it. And that was the end of that. Also, they didn't want mini nukes all over the United States. Yeah, it was 60s, right? Yeah. No one knows this. Ford and GM and probably every other fucking motor vehicle company were thinking about doing this. Gas was going to go bye-bye. This was the first, like, you know how we have electric cars now. They were going to put an isotope or something in a fucking vehicle and run it for 50 years. I mean, obviously I don't know how long the engine would last for, but yeah. It was like jet fire out the back. Yeah, maybe that was I don't know. Maybe that was exaggerated. I have no idea. I saw a video of one. Who knows? Maybe Gemini's right. Gemini is usually like I'm not gonna say necessarily wrong, but oh, Seal Hitter.
Let me see if I can get you up here. I gotta ask you a couple questions. You want to come up here, Silly Hater? I ask you a couple questions, if you don't mind. Well, he owns, he owns a vehicle like that, right? But it's something else that he owns. What the fuck does he own? I just recently saw that. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna drop the link in here. Hold on. Let's see if it works. I think I gotta do it from my phone. To do. Oh, okay. Let's see what I do. Okay. Let's see if this works. West Coast, is that link clickable? Let me see if I can go in there. Whoa. Hey, Wishbone, shut the fuck up. Come on. Wishbone, stop. Wishbone! No! Hold on for a second. Okay, so it did work, right? Let me see if I click on it. Yeah, okay. It does work. Be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Working?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
So, I asked you a question. Maybe if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But
Yeah, God.
Have you been over to Ken and Cindy's at all, or no?
Nah, I'm taking a break from there. My mother just had surgery on her. She had a whole hip replacement thing done, and actually, to tell you the truth, like, you really can't do panels for too long, because I'm taking care of her right now. But nah, I kind of had a falling out, and I'm just kind of like taking a break. I don't hate them,
Yeah.
you know, and then the thing with Cindy, though, that I did say was 100% true. You know, like, how can you... I was talking to her, and she goes, "Oh, Seal, I'm dying," right?
Yeah.
And I felt so bad, you know, because I used to talk to her on the phone all the time, and I thought, like, oh, jeez, I should send her some flowers or some money, you know, to the hospital, right? And this is like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, right? And so I'm like, oh shit, you know,
Wait, 3 weeks ago? I thought it was longer than that.
No, maybe it was a month ago, right? And yeah, like 3 weeks, a month ago. I don't know, whatever. So she's like real sick, saying she's dying. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the hospital and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, maybe I'll send her some, you know, flowers to the hospital. You know, I feel really bad, right? So I get off the phone with her. I'm like, Cindy, yeah, I'll talk to you real soon. And, you know, I felt really down. Less than 5 minutes later, Noodles, she's back up on Ken's panel. And I turn the computer on, and you know who's live? Oh, it's Ken. And she's up there talking to Ken. She's like, I made it back home, like, you know, and I'm like, how the fuck can you go from dying in the hospital 5 minutes later back home again and back up on panel again? That makes
so, like,
no sense.
Yeah, because like someone like confronted me about it recently, and I'm like, listen, I'll tell you something right now. I'm not gonna get in the conversation where it's like she's not dying fast enough or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. No, I mean, she's in bad health. I mean, she really is. But like, you know, I you know, they can do their thing over there. I'm fine with it. Like, people want to, you know, the joke was, you know, I broke out of the cult, you know, the cult of personality, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not a cult at all. I mean, anybody, you know, have fun over there. I'm just taking a break from it. And,
Yeah, I had fun over there. That's why, like, it just sucks because, like, it was like the only place where I got to talk to Rainey. You know, I really don't talk to Callie anywhere, and I don't really think there was much drama. Like there was like the right amount of drama. You know, it wasn't like really crazy. And then you know, people started contacting me like, hey, did and I haven't said anything to anyone, but like, hey, did Cindy ask you for money? And I don't know if they're trying to start a thing on her, or they're trying to like.
No, I'm not going against her at all. Like, she can do her own thing, and Ken can do his own thing. The only thing what started the whole thing was that night I was up on panels on Seasons, and I was really like, oh my god, like I really had a lot of beer, and like that night, and you know, Rainey was up there, Shammy was up there, I was up there, you were up there, Seasons was up there, and Cindy, you know, she heard the whole thing, and she called my phone, and she's like, why are you saying all these horrible things about me? And I'm just, the only reason I did it is just, you know, for people that watch it, you know, like, don't lie to people online. It's just, it's gonna bite you in the ass in the end. Really.
Well, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, is it like a known lie? Just I'm asking you because I haven't talked to anyone since. And
the only thing I will say, Noodles, is that, you know, that thing I just said, like, about less than 5 minutes ago, where I was on the phone with her. She's dying in the, you know, hospital. 5 minutes later, how the fuck do you go from a hospital back home again and up on Ken's panel. You know, that makes no sense.
No.
You know, that's where it's like, I'm like, this is kind of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, I again, like I don't like I.
I mean, I like them, but like, I call bullshit on that one.
So someone told me that she did something like this before, and like I'm not trying to like rehash anything or anything. I'm just like trying to like make sure that if there's something, Seal, there's a lot of people here that are and I don't want to use the word mentally ill, right? But there's people here that have problems,
right?
And I want to make sure that like I know what's going on when I talk to people, because if I get in conversations with someone who's like this, not like her, but like that, and because I'm not Cindy, I'm not insinuating that you are. I'm just saying, like, is there something else going on? Because I did get a phone call from David, and David was like, "Hey, listen, Mom's not doing too good, and you know, blah blah blah." He let me know she wasn't feeling good, and I did tell her to tell David, you know, but. Do you think there's something else going on with her? Like, you know?
I mean, I love David. I think he's taking good care of his mom, and that's, you know, Cindy's son. And I do like Cindy. I mean, I think she's a great person. But you know, that was the only thing. Like, I just called out bullshit because, you know, like, I don't know, Rainey and stuff was kind of backing away from Ken's, and she was just fuming on Seasons that night. And then I
Rainey was?
Yeah, like she was like pissed. So, you know, I spilled my beans, and then all hell broke loose. But no, I don't hate them. I mean, I've watched Ken probably as long or close to as long as I've known you on my noodles. You know, I got no hate against them.
No, I'm just. All right, I'm just gonna ask you straight up, because I want to get like, is there something like mentally wrong with her? And I'm saying, do you think? I'm just saying, like, do you know? Like, is she like, does she have like a disorder or something that like makes her?
Well, I mean, I don't think her health is in the greatest condition. I don't know what her condition is, you know.
So I remember saying this to Rainey. I was like, well, maybe it is the combination of the medication, and it's scary. It sounds like what she's going through is like really, really scary.
Yeah.
And then maybe she just needs someone to talk to. Maybe she's getting bad news, and I wouldn't know how else to say it. Like, if someone told me that I had about a week to live,
no doctor can prescribe you how long you're gonna live, dude.
No,
Like
my mother held on for like 3 years.
Dude, the biggest joke of it is, like, if I went to the doctor and he said you get 2 weeks to live, you know what you do, right?
What, max out your credit cards or something?
No, you get a new doctor.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I just like I don't know, because like I'm afraid to go back there, and I just, because I don't know what's going on, you know. And
I'll go.
I haven't
back
heard
in
from
there
her.
eventually. I mean, but you know, I just got. I mean, in the summertime, I'm usually not up on panels much, anyways. I don't have air conditioning in my house. I just got a new.
What?
Yeah. So
You don't have a fucking unit?
Nah.
Dude, you get one for like $100.
I bought a. No, I got one in my room. I mean, I don't have central air, but I did get a new iPad, which I hate Apple, by the way. But it wasn't bad for $300. It's pretty cool, so I might be able to use that. I don't know. Because I wanted to get something that doesn't run on a fan, and it gets really humid on the Cape. And I was gonna get a laptop or something, and you know, with no central air, this things get hot too. So anyway, that's I don't know. I'll be back in there eventually. I mean, I got no hate against them. I think they're funny. I mean, they're nice, loving people. But what was I gonna say? I think you know, it's YouTube. I mean, a lot of it's bullshit too. I mean,
No,
you
but
know,
it's beyond that because like I talk to her privately, you know, and
yeah,
I haven't heard from her since that night, you know, and I just like I'm kind of concerned for her.
oh, she's
And I didn't know
pissed
if
at me. I know that.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna like, you know, I stay true to my word. I mean, I can't go back to what I said. I mean, you know, that's all I basically said. It's like, how can you go from a hospital to Ken, you know, and home and on Ken's panel and bam, you know, it's like I'm not Flash Gordon or Superman. You know what I mean?
It's weird because like when my mother was really sick, right? She would be in the hospital, and then she'd been there for a couple days, and she'd be back home like nothing happened. Like she's like, I feel great.
Yeah.
Like this, you know.
Right on.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I feel uncomfortable like going over there and you know being like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So
I know they're gonna rip me. They're gonna try to rip me a new asshole. I know that when I go over there. But I'm fine with that. I just my mother just got a whole hip replacement thing done.
wasn't your mother just sick like recently, like last year or something?
Yeah, she had the left hip done, and then her left knee, and then they did a whole like hip replacement 2 days ago.
Oh wow!
In Boston, and it came out awesome. Like she's doing really well, and you know, but you know she gotta, you know, I gotta go to the store, and, you know, do some shit and blah blah blah, you know. But everything's thumbs up on that one, you know, which I'm really happy about. So.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, Ken and Cindy. I mean, I did a short video on them, and I just want them to continue on, you know, do their thing, you know, and have fun. You know?
Yeah. Well, bummer, man. That whole thing broke up like really fast. So
yeah, the shit hit the fan a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, I guess if I go back in there, maybe some other people might. I don't know. I don't. You know, it's his channel though. It's Ken's channel. I mean, when I first used to go over to Ken's, and it was probably Hunter, me, like a few other people. I mean, he had a very small following, you know.
Yeah.
And he'd play music and stuff, and you know, and then you know, Cindy came over, and after Jill died and stuff, and started doing this panel. So more power to Cindy. That's awesome, you know. So it really brought Ken's channel up a lot. You know?
Yeah, it was a fun place to hang out.
It will be too, you know. I think it will be in the future, you know. But you know, sometimes you just gotta take a break from things and come back. It's not like hopefully it's not gonna turn into one of those like German lady things like like
No,
we need receipts and you know.
Yeah, that's why like I'm not like that's why I was asking you because like I don't.
No.
I was telling Moose tonight. I was like, dude, I don't want to deal with these people anymore. Like, not like, just like it's like, dude, it's the same. It's the same like 30 people, and
yeah, of course it is.
It's just, I don't know, man. Like it was nice to go over there, and you didn't have like all that drama shit was either on was just like on Steve Billings, you know. It wasn't over on.
Well, I mean, Honor took a beating too with the G string too. I mean, he's in shit.
No, but that was fun. That was fun.
I know.
That was fun. It was like the only time, and I'll say this, like that I got a chance to like actually joke around with Honor was over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was the only time again when I would talk to Rainey. I rarely see Shamrock anymore. I really only see her over there.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah, I hope it comes back. It will. I mean, it's just, I think we're just taking a break from it for a little bit, kind of, you know. But, yeah, I mean, Honor, I think Carrie Bridges was the first people to sub my original channel before the main one went down.
Is she dead yet?
I don't think so. No, I saw her the other night on another channel.
Yeah, I would go over to her live stream. She's been telling everyone that she's been dying for the past like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah, because nobody, you know, she's kind of hiding out. That's fine.
Yeah, I know, but she's, you know, I'm like, Carrie, come on. She's like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, Carrie, what's like? She's another one that I think is a little.
Oh, she's deep into the drama.
I know she's into the drama, but like I think there's something else going on with her. At first I didn't think so, but now you know. So.
Yeah. Well, I made my peace with her too, which was nice because we got into a fight years ago. So.
You and Carrie?
Yeah. So it was all over, you know, Abby's shit years and years ago. So
I remember she.
that was
I remember when they
crazy
first started
back
fighting. Those two.
Yeah, it was crazy back then.
It was because of she was, I think she was insisting that Abby was scamming people, right?
Yeah, with their sickness. Yeah.
That was weird.
What is Abby doing? Is she still alive?
I don't know.
I
I
haven't,
haven't seen-
I haven't even been over there in years.
It's weird. Like I don't expect everyone to go live all the time, but
Yeah.
it's like I do think about Abby every once in a while. I think of Carrie. I think of what's Anderson doing and
Yeah.
all those people. But
Yeah.
so what a waste. I was talking about, you know, to Moose. I'm like, these people are they end up dying. They end up passing away, complaining or performing for the same 30 people over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's so weird, man. Like even Poon. Like what happened with Poon? That's
Well, the weird thing is I was talking to him 2 days before he did his last live, and we were having a good time. I mean, he was in the hospital, got home, talked to him again. Like, I'm like, hey, man, like, everything good? He's like, yeah, this toe thing. Got that done, and I don't know. It's just shocking, you know? And then I get all these texts, Poon died. I'm like, God damn. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Poon, but I liked him. I thought he was funny as hell sometimes. I liked
Yeah.
his dirty jokes, I really did.
Yeah, it's like I think with that stuff, it's Fast and Furious. I mean, when I got it's like cellulitis or something like that, and it went up my arm pretty fast. They put me on IV, and all that shit. And,
Really?
Yeah, it was like a freaking bug bite. I had a bug bite on my hand, and I went to work. I was mowing my lawn. I got bit by I don't know what the fuck I got bit by, but it was like a Sunday, and Monday I went to work, and from wearing the gloves, it started itching me. I was like, oh no, and
man.
cleaned it out. The next day, man, my fucking hand was swollen. I think by like Wednesday, I couldn't close my hand, and my hand started, the red started going up my fucking arm.
Holy crap.
And I went to the hospital. So I think I went to urgent care first, and they sent me to the hospital. And then they cut a hole in my hand, and they stopped. And they're like, they wrapped up my hand and put me in a bed and hooked me on a fucking IV for like a day. My whole body turned red. I got this thing called Red Man syndrome. I didn't know. I didn't know how bad it was. And they sent me home, and they said they're gonna have to do a follow up.
And if it was anything like like a poon, I ignored it. And I got a phone call from the hospital, and they were like, "Yo, like, is it still bad?" They're like, "David, this could,
Yeah, right.
if it comes back, it's going to be worse because you took all those antibiotics, and it's now going to become like resistant or something like that." I got scared. I went into the bathroom, and I'm like, "There's something in there. There's something in there, dude." So I took a pair of tweezers. And I remember sticking the tweezers in the hole in my hand and pulling it apart so I could see what was in there because the hole never closed.
Oh, wow.
And it didn't scab up. Dude, there was a fucking clam in there. I saw it. It was a green fuck. I jammed it in there, grabbed it with the tweezer and started pulling the thing out, and pop, this fucking clam came out of my hand. It looked exactly like a clam, and it was green, yellowish green.
What the fuck? Wow.
And the very next day, my hand was like perfectly fine.
What the hell was it? Just like, would you get it in the summertime?
So I brought this up to someone like later on. They're like, "Dude, that was probably like fucking MRSA or sepsis or something that you had because." And I think it would have came back if I didn't rip that fucking thing out, dude.
Wow.
I really do. Because they were telling me I might need I might need surgery.
Yeah, right. Holy crap.
And like fucking, that scared the shit out of me, man.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. And you can pass away real fast from that. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, I think the worst was probably poison ivy on my nuts. And then, like, when I had a root canal done, they gave me that medicine so you don't, get blood poisoning.
What?
That, what the hell's that stuff called? They give you, like, prescribe you a drug.
For an infection or something?
Yeah. But, I never got infected. I mean, when I had my tooth pulled last 2 years ago, I think now. I mean, you're like, dude, like, you got to get that tooth pulled because, you don't want that shit going in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And I remember getting it pulled, and the lady with big tits pulled it out and pressed her tits on my face, and I'm like, "Oh, this is good." And then she gets in there, yeah, and then she goes like this. She goes, "Oh shit, we got a problem in here." She goes, "Give me the vice grips," and I knew that was bad because what happened was I had one filling going to another tooth. And she's sitting in there with the vice grips noodles with her tits pressing against my face, which I was fine. And then she goes, "Oh, finally it snapped." She's snapping the metal,
I had the most beautiful like hygienist one time, right? This chick was so beautiful, and she was cleaning my teeth, which is kind of like embarrassing, right? I mean, like,
yeah.
The chick was like super hot, and her stomach growled. And she goes, she explained to me why her stomach was growling, and it was totally normal. And this is what happens when people don't eat. And I'm like looking at her, I'm like, yo, this chick is fucked up.
Yeah, they don't eat lunch. Yeah, I had that when this old lady was cleaning my teeth a couple of months ago. It's like, geez, they don't eat lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know. It's crazy.
So he had he had kids, right? That guy?
Which one?
Poon.
I have no idea. I don't even know if he's married or anything. Somebody was telling me his ex-wife was texting me. I didn't even know her name. I had no idea. But yeah, it's just sad. It's I remember when I first met him, I had a falling out with Wog because he was being a piece of shit. That was when he started. You know, he was fun. I liked Wog before he turned into a complete asshole, alcoholic, pain in the ass.
Wog was never like mean to me or anything.
Oh, he was a pussy, dude. He'd block everybody.
Well, no, I was blocked though. It was Hayner that blocked me actually.
Oh,
Hayner,
really?
yeah, it was Hayner doing that shit. But well, to me anyway. But you know, Bergs calls me up and he goes, "Why are you talking to that guy? I fucking hate him." I'm like, dude, what's the problem? He goes, "I fucking hate that scumbag." Bergs hates Wog, hates him.
Yeah. Well,
It was
Jill
really
didn't
weird.
like him either. He ended up blocking Jill, and I remember talking to Jill when she was still alive. She goes, "Wog is a pussy. He's a pussy," you know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I thought he was a lot better than most of those fucking people.
Yeah,
That, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I never had a problem. You know what's weird, man? Like, out of all the people that everyone complains about, never had a problem with Isaac. Never had a problem with him. Never really had a problem with Steve. Like
I
never.
I never got into that crap.
Never a problem with Wog, and it was like mostly like the fucking like drama bitches that I had
Yeah,
problems
true.
with.
But you know how it is. You get into a group of people, and then they target you, and so on and so forth. But that's why I always tell people, don't get into a group, or be yourself, and you'll be okay. Yeah, YouTube's a strange place, and drama will bring it down quick.
Yeah, I'm actually
And I
trying
never
to.
wanted to do that with Ken's or Cindy, It's just taking a break, and I hope the best for them, I really do.
So I'm trying to I'm trying to get rid of everybody, right? It's like that whole fucking like community, and like obviously like I still want to talk to certain people. Like I still like people, right? But what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to bring people over from TikTok and do YouTube with them instead of doing it with these fucking like these complete fucking like dude, these people are complete losers, man.
Yeah,
Complete losers.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
What happened to all the wrenches on the other channel?
So I don't know if it was YouTube or whatever. People started complaining that Seasons contacted me. She goes, "Yo, someone's blocking people in your chat." I'm like, no, they're not. I would see it. She's like, telling you. She's like, someone got me. So I asked someone else, and they were like, yeah, they're like certain comments aren't going through. So I took all the wrenches, and it's still happening. So I don't know if it's YouTube doing it, if I have a setting or whatever that's restricting certain words or certain people are being restricted from YouTube. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I was in there, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my wrench? And then, like, there were a million other people that used to have a wrench, and they were all gone, so...
yeah, it was like people started saying that they can talk in the chat. So
Yeah.
but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I mean, like really, do like people really need that? Like, what? Let me ask you a question. Like, what?
I don't need a wrench. No, I was just wondering.
Yeah. Like what do we need the wrenches for other than timing people out and seeing their accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never, I don't need one. I never did, If somebody blocks me off their channel or something, and it's them, I just don't go back.
Yeah. You know what I don't like right now? Like really don't like? Wendy Pack.
Why?
So she's one of those people that, like, she blocks people. So you spend a lot of time on her channel, right? And then she just blocks shit out of nowhere. That's why there's only like one person watching her show. So she just burns everyone. She doesn't realize it. You know, she's whatever. But it's like, I don't like you.
I was on that channel talking to her live one night. Well, I was on the StreamYard and the whole channel went down.
For what?
I don't know. I was up there with 3 other people. The whole channel went down while I was on the panel. I said, wow, this is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's weird how they target her.
Yeah. Well, she used to talk to Poon, yeah.
No, I don't like her anymore. It's just like it's like the 4th time, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that shit. I'm not bothering. It's a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna jump down, man. I'm
gonna go to
sorry.
bed.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah, I
But,
gotta be up at 4.
Yeah, how's the job going? Okay.
No, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like I wish it was Friday. You know.
Yeah, what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
We're going on Thursday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I hope everything works out with your mom and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just hard, mowing the lawn, going to the store and,
Yeah.
cleaning and blah, blah, blah. It's just another load, but I'll get through it. I'm a trooper.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll see you at Ken or Cindy's. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pop into yours if I see you before then. Yeah, absolutely. I watch your channel too, Noodles, all the time.
No, I know. All right, Seal. I'll talk to you later.
All
Have a good
right,
night.
have a good rest.
Bye.
Thanks for talking to me. All right.